Second quarter of action underway along with Joel Vinson. Jeff Benjamin with you. Senators on top 8-6, and they had possession to start the second quarter here, Joel, but they do the Railers a favor by throwing it away. And we'll see if the Railers have a little bit more life in them. As you mentioned, that first quarter best described as flat.
Yeah, it really was, and we need to, when we get to the hole, we got to finish strong. You don't want to go in there soft with a shot blocker like Church up there.
And they try to go backdoor, but the pass is thrown away. Max led Podbelsic just a little too much, so in the first 23 seconds, both teams have turned it over. Into the contest for the first time for the Railers is 6'1" junior Austin Cruz. Gavin Block on the bench for the Railers. Into the front court. Stevens over to Day. Jacobs, ball tipped away, and they're going to say he just lost it right out of his hands. So Joel, 2 possessions. Jacobs has thrown one away and then had one slip right out of his hands.
Yeah, he's not very confident with the ball in his hand. You can see that, and he immediately heads to the bench.
Yeah, 2 turnovers will usually get that trip for you. Bowlby on the high post, looking backdoor. Instead, there's Horsham. He fires his first 3 of the night. Off the back of the rim, no good. There's Max with the rebound in the lane. Kicks back out to Bowlby. Belsic, he tried to go up for the shot, and he's going to go to the line shooting too, as he was fouled as he went up for a 15-footer. You know, Joe, we talked about that 3 that Pod hit there late in the first quarter. It seems like all year, when there's been a key moment and a big shot is needed, the senior, as you would expect, steps up and hits the big shot.
Yeah, he catches the ball in the wing, a couple nice left-handed dribbles to the free throw line, started up into a shooting motion, and obviously got hacked there, and heads to the line, knocks down the first one, so we're at 8-7.
Second one from Pod on the way, up and good.
Let's see if Leakey can ratchet it up the traps a little bit here. I don't think Springfield has a lot of very good ball handlers, so we should look to get some more turnovers.
6:50 to go in the first half. Low-scoring affair, tied at 8. On the baseline, Stevens kicks it out high to Nelson. Over to Balster. Back on top. Balster on the right wing, watched by Horsham.
And you can see how we're extending our pressure out a little bit on the wings here. That's why, exactly right there. That Tyler Horsham extended out about 3 feet past the free throw line on number 10 for Springfield there. That is Balster, and double dribbled. You know, that it looks like if you put a little bit of pressure on them, they'll almost beat themselves about every other trip down the floor.
Probably a good reason you can figure they've gotten to 0-13.
I could see the workings of that here.
Belsic pulls off a 3, top of the key, missed it badly off the side of the rim. That's no good, and quickly into the front court is Springfield. Contact, no call, shot up, rebounded by Max Cook.
Yeah, their half-court offense is not real sharp.
Horsham fires for 3, hits, count the basket, he's going to the line.
And Jeffy hit that right in front of the Springfield bench. Coach Reed not very happy. But what happened was, as Tyler shot the ball, he didn't get hit on the arm or anything. As he landed, the defender kind of bellied into him and pushed him back a little bit. So it was after the shot, but almost as after the shot.
Horsham completes the ever-popular 4-point play.
The traditional 4-point play.
Yes, that's right. And just like that, the Railers have run off 9 in a row, and they've extended their lead to 4 at 12-8, as we're just under 6 minutes to go here in the first half.
Even when they were ahead, you never felt like, uh-oh, what's going on here? It's just to take a little time for us to get our bearings. I'm sure Neil was a little adamant at the timeout there. Well,
and you also have to figure that, you talked about the uh-oh factor. Well, now Springfield, they got off to a pretty decent start as a long 3 is up, missed badly off the front of the rim. Again, in the Railers with the rebound, and you got to figure Springfield's now looking up. Tyler's open. He's going to fire it and miss it.
And, Jeff, I'm not sure if we figured out who number 15 was on their roster yet, but he hasn't seen a shot he hasn't liked yet in this game, and they may have to ice his shoulder and elbow at halftime. He's shooting so much. And not many going in either.
Inside, nice look. Rebound goes to Max again as the shot from Balster rolled off. And the Railers really need to start taking advantage of these opportunities that the Senators are giving them.
And now Gavin's got a good 6-7 inches on this number 15 for Springfield, who we don't have a name on. I'd like to put him down on the block and give him the ball. Get blocked to the block.
High post Gavin coming around the screen. Gavin's going to turn at the free throw line. Kick it out to Podbelsic in the right corner. Podbelsic watched by Balster. Brings the dribble to the right wing. Still looking to make a move. Still looking. Now on top to Cruz. 4.5 to go first half. Lincoln on top 12-8. Looking for win number 12 on the season.
Coach Al saw something in their defense. Jeff, he changed up the set here a second ago.
Max with a nice dump off to Austin, and he missed an easy shot.
What is that, 4 point-blank shots we've missed now? And Neil, like I said, he adjusted. He changed the set. Obviously, you can't get a better look than a layup, and we missed it again.
4:12 to go in the first half. Lincoln 12, Springfield 8. And Coach Matt Reed's wanting a timeout just to 30 seconds, so we will keep it here. 4:06 to go. Lincoln on top 12-8. And Joel, as we said, the Railers have run off 9 in a row. And defensively, I think if the Railers put a little bit more pressure on, as you mentioned, Springfield just looks like they're waiting for something bad to happen every time down court.
Yeah, I've yet to see someone on their team that I would consider a traditional point guard or have the kind of ball skills you need. And while we don't play man-to-man, that doesn't mean that you don't get matched up one-on-one on guys in the 1-2-2, especially when you extend it out. And you see Neil do that now. Our wings traditionally stay pretty much within the three-point line, and now they're moving out 2-3 feet past the three-point line, Jeff, and look for the top, which probably will be Pod with the group we got on the floor. Look him to almost come out to the timeline and extend pressure. There's no reason not to. They haven't hit a shot from the middle of the floor yet.
So Springfield, after the timeout from Coach Reed, lob it over on the left side. Back on top now to Stevens. Under 4 minutes to go. Past the halfway point here in the second. Stevens with a crossover to Day. Now back to Balster, top of the key. As you said, Joel, here comes Pod a little bit further out, and there's another long three. That is no good, and Gavin grabs the rebound.
We're going to have to call this young man James Worthy. He's the only other person I've ever seen to shoot this much. Number 15, he's a lefty, Jeff. He's shot about at least 6-7 threes, I'd say.
Cruz over to Cook. Max brings the dribble near the timeline.
To see Max break his guy down and get in the lane a little bit.
Podbelsic, high post to Austin. Coming out into the corner is Gavin. Gavin's open for three. He goes by his guy, goes baseline, kicks it to an open Horsham in the corner for three is good.
Now you give the 3 points to Tyler, but Gavin Block set that up. Great penetration from the wing closest to our broadcast spot. Drove all the way under the hoop, sucked over Tyler's guy, kicked it to him in the opposite wing for a three.
So the Railers now with a 15-8 advantage. Tyler with a quick 7 here in the second quarter.
And Jeff, really, that's a mistake, as there's a foul on Lincoln. First foul of the game, by the way. But Jeff, that's really a mistake by Church. He doesn't need to come over and to try to help there, and that's what happened. He's a good enough leaper and shot blocker that he should know that, nobody's going to really go up over me, and that cost them 3 points there.
Well, and Springfield's had that tradition of that. Remember, for the past few years, they had Willie Wiley, who was very intimidating as a defensive player. And I remember Christian Van Hook always had some of his best games against him because he took it as a personal challenge.
Well, Christian could climb that ladder, as they say. Willie could get up, but Christian had another rung on his ladder. That's a travel that they just got away with, too.
My ability is probably measured by a footstool.
Slide a piece of paper under my feet.
2:20 to go. Springfield with the basketball trying to end this Railer run. It's now 12 in a row. Jumper from the baseline for three is up and good from Jacobs.
Jeff, that was clearly a two. Neither foot was behind the three-point line.
I'm not sure.
That was a 15-foot three. And Neil saw it too. The coaches are not happy with that.
Max on top. Bowlby clearly behind the line. It's on the way. Missed it. Gavin trying to fight around for a rebound. That's no good. Here comes Springfield looking to cut into this deficit. It's 15-11. That should be picked off, and it is. Bowlby on the cross-court pass. Stepped in front of Jacobs.
Jeff, it's hard to believe the way this game feels. It's only a 4-point lead. It feels like we're up by 15, but we're not.
Podbelsic pulls up from 14, up and good. Will with 7.
Again, Jeff, that's twice. Pod's caught the ball on the right wing. A couple left-handed dribbles, pulled up into a nice jumper.
Minute and a half to go. Church down the lane to a cutting Pearl, and a foul is going to be whistled.
And that's a good foul by Pod, because they had a cutter going down the lane. They were going to go in and possibly get a layup, and Will got him. Pod Belsic got him. They're not going to give him 2 free throws here, are they?
No.
Okay, good. Okay, then it was a good foul.
Jacobs tried to dump it down low, but it's tipped out of bounds by Gavin Block over there by the moving 3-point line on that side. And we'll have to ask Coach about that one.
Yeah.
Nice job by Max. Steps in front of the pass. Max, 1-on-2, goes in with the left hand, flips it up, and it won't go down. And then we're going to have a foul, or they're just going to
Actually,
say.
Jeff, I think
they called the basket interference on Edward.
Bowlby grabbed the rim. Actually, I think it ended up going through. But because he touched the rim, which you don't expect, and he didn't just nick the rim. I mean, he grabbed it, and it's the right call. But that's a matchup you'll take Max one-on-one with one of their guards all day long. We should get 2 points out of that.
Approaching the 1 minute mark, but Joel, talk about this. Austin missed an easy shot. Pod missed an easy shot. That's 6 points. Counting that one for Max.
6 shots, actually.
6 shots, yeah.
Should be another 12 points on the board.
Horsham's 3 hits the side of the backboard. Rebound comes down to Gavin. Gavin fighting for a shot. Gets it out to Bowlby. We're at 45 seconds to go, and now the Railers may look to hold for 1. Max is going to go get it, and I would believe that's what they're going to try.
When we've been successful here, other than when Tyler hit a couple threes earlier, a lot of it's been inside the 3-point line. And as Pod's proven, I'd love to see Pod and Max a little bit penetrate and get those 15-foot jumpers. Look at Coach Reed. He's like the 6th guy on the floor.
Well, he certainly had it well scouted. And then Pearl dragged that pivot foot. They had it scouted well. They stepped right in front of Bowlby, got the steal, and then got a little over-anxious.
And that's how you get to be 0-13. You steal the ball. All the Lincoln players, Jeff, are down on the other end of the floor waiting for them to come down on offense. The guy's all by himself, picks up his dribble for no reason, and travels.
20 seconds to go. Railers up by 6, 17-11.
Excuse me, and we'll take it.
We'll definitely take it. So Bowlby's just hanging on to the ball, cradled under his arm, hands to Max. Down to 10. Max working against Day. Here's Horsham on the right wing. Gavin comes around the screen, top of the key, doesn't take the shot, and a blocking foul is going to be whistled on Stevens.
That was a good aggressive move by Gavin. I think he was about to rise up into a 15-footer when he got undercut. So linking an inbound and under their own basket, Jeff, here, 3.4 seconds left.
And the Railers have a few out-of-bounds plays they can probably pull from here.
Oh, yeah.
Out on top, there comes Tyler. On the way for 3, shoots up an air ball. Railers will not get another shot at the half. Very low scoring here at Roy S. Anderson, but the Railers on top. It is Lincoln 17, Springfield 11. We'll be back with our halftime in just a moment. You're listening to Lincoln Railer Basketball.